Greetings, my friend. My name is Ethan,
And my name is Gabriella.
and we're going to be leading you through a 75-minute yoga flow.
We're going to have a split into two sections. We're going to begin with a yang, a very heated, fiery flow, and then we're going to move into a softer yin, deeper restorative practice.
The idea here is to get a taste for our upcoming retreat and our particular teaching styles. The Course of Transformation is a 7-day yoga and nature retreat designed to expand, awaken, and connect you.
We're going to go into many different practices and methods, not just with yoga asana, but various tools and techniques that will support in you living the most beautiful, high vibe, healthy, clear-minded, passionate life.
Thank you for your presence. We hope you enjoy the class.
Namaste.
All right, my friend, find your comfortable seated position on your mat. Perhaps that's something underneath your bum to get your hips a little bit tilted, where your spine can stack, your eyes can close, and everything can become very, very comfortable for you. Start by feeling out your edges. Find the outline of your body, where your skin and the atmosphere meet. And try to relax into your physical form. Collecting data points. Observe the rate and depth of your breathing as it is right now. And then silently, gently nudge it towards slower and deeper. More into the belly, more into the ribs, more intention, more attention. And give me 3 more of those, and try to root yourself completely into your pelvis so that your head begins to float. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breathing, this is also known as whisper breathing, a slight contraction in your throat. You can layer that on here, making the breath slightly audible, keeping you accountable, reminding you to stay present. And then situate yourself right in between your eyebrows, the third eye location. Really point yourself in the center of your forehead and brush away all of the excess thinking that exists there. Become one-pointed in your concentration. Just the center of the forehead. Zooming in and in and in until there's just a dot of light in the center of your experience. Just a dot of light in the center of your experience. And if you observe closely, if you focus hard enough, you'll notice that that light has qualities to it. It is clearing. It is warm. It is kind. And you can use this light to create an intention for your practice. What type of qualities would you like to bring into the postures, the stretches, the breaths? And be very specific in your mind. See it. See yourself practicing. See yourself at the end in Shavasana. When all is said and done, how would you like to reflect upon your class? Whatever's appearing, that's fine. But I want you to become more confident about it. Okay, puff up your chest. Breathe a little deeper. Convince yourself that this future state is possible. Relaxed, happy, bubbly even. Narrow your attention. 30 more seconds. No more confusion, no more misdirection. Here with me, here with Gabi, for the next hour. Keep your attention in this location, but gently transition onto all fours for some light cat-cows. Now you can base your movements off of what you see here on screen. That's fine, but I'm going to encourage you to keep your eyes closed and make the shape your own. In other words, don't worry about what I'm doing. Don't worry about what Gabrielle is doing. Your job is to be authentic in the pushes and pulls, the rolls, the spins. We're going to spend at least a minute here. Got plenty of time. There's no need to rush. But I'm going to encourage that you move your spine in all 6 directions. That is, forward and backwards, left and right, twisting side to side. In fact, with your eyes closed, can you notice how your spine almost emerges from the pelvis? Or in other words, your pelvis is the initiator of the movement of the cat-cows. At least another 30 seconds if you want to make this more creative. Go for it. You can lift one arm. You can do big rolls. You can also open and close the jaw. You can roll around your eyes, tuck your toes. These are all just suggestions. The way we treat a yoga practice depends on how we're feeling in the moment, perhaps what time of day it is. So if you're just waking up, it's more about squeezing, breathing deep. If you're trying to reset yourself, perhaps it's more about relaxing, holding the exhale out. We're all going to pause real quick on all fours, tuck your toes, lift your knees up off the ground. Once again, close your eyes if they're open. Focus on your core muscles, very specifically the subtle muscles that surround your spine. Imagine a glowing rod down the center of you and just hold. Allow your body temperature to increase, allow your breath rate to spike, but keep yourself deep and steady. Good. Coming into your first downward facing dog. Flip your hips up, heels towards the ground. You can start with a big bend in the knees if you like, pushing your chest towards the tops of your thighs. Chin fully down if it's possible. Now, same explorative attitude. Okay, the shape perfects itself once you're open, once energy is flowing. But until then, you try to find the kinks. you're welcome to stay here and explore more, or you can continue forward through plank and perhaps even towards something like an upward facing dog, more of a back bend. If it's cold, if you're just warming up, keep the back bend shallow. But if your spine is already ready for it, you can lift your chin all the way up. You can squeeze and flex your glutes, your low back. And if you're here with me in upward facing dog, zoom into your belly button and give me 3 powerful breaths, just focusing on expanding the belly button forwards. On the exhale, dragging it backwards closer to your spine. 2 more. Good. You have the option of staying here if it feels good. You can wag around your head a little bit, open and close your jaw, or you can come back to downward facing dog, or you can toggle between the two of them. We're going to take 30 more seconds to try to get our spine flossed out. I'm going to encourage you to start squeezing the body a little bit more, or your quads active, or your hamstrings active. At least in this beginning portion, far before we begin to slow down. It's important that energy be moving, have somewhat of a rapid pace to it. Maybe on your shins. We'll do a quick pranayama breathing exercise here, known as breath of fire and bellows breathing. We're going to link them together. Okay, the short version of breath of fire is a pulsation of the abdomen, like you're being sucked in the gut over and over. And the key is to focus on your exhales rather than the inhales. Inhales are completely and totally passive. So it will look and sound a bit like a sneeze, like this. It's a steady pace. You're focusing on the exhales. Flex, 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 flex. Following that, we'll do approximately 20 or 30. We'll lift our arms up and we'll do a bit of Bhastrika pranayama, also known as bellows breathing, to get the heart rate spiking a little bit. Okay, this is just an easy or rather powerful focus on the rib cage. I'll walk you through it step by step. Close your eyes, drop your chin. You can also be doing this on crisscross. It's just that the pelvis becomes more neutral, more balanced when on the shins. Take a deep breath in. Push all of the air out of your lungs. Inhale halfway. And you will exhale, 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 exhale. Find the pace and drive your abs. Let's go 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your arms up. We're switching to big, powerful breaths with your rib cage. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. It's in, 2, out, 2. In, 2, out, 2. Let's go 3 more. In, out, in, out. Good, last one. Inhale, big, big. Push it all out. Keep your arms up. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes. Focus in between your forehead and then squeeze your back super tight. Imagine that your spine is a lightning rod. It can collect energy from the environment around it and let yourself engorge with energy. Should be slightly uncomfortable. If you got to breathe, you got to breathe. But your goal is from head to toe to fingers, feel an even energy distribution. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Get yourself active. Relax the face. Maybe even a slight smile. 5, 4, 3, 2, Well, good. Arms return, shake it off. Maybe it's a literal shake. Maybe it's just getting off your toes for a second. We're going to do one more round of that before getting into some more postures. We always, the professional quote unquote yogis always use the shakes as like a total reset. We are wiping the past. We're saying, actually, this moment is what matters. This moment is what matters. Okay? Situate yourself. Same thing. Breath of fire, bellows breathing, hold and squeeze. Got it? Okay. Eyes closed. Arms and hands go where they need to go. Give me a deep breath in. One pointed focus. Be very, very concentrated. Breathe it all out. Halfway in. And begin. Exhale. You can also double time it. A little bit more challenging. Focus on bringing energy up your spine. Keep it rolling. Eyes stay shut. You are entirely here. Entirely here. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up. Switch to bellows breathing 10 times. Inhale. Push it out. In. Out. This is 3. Full body expansion. Don't be afraid of sensations. Dizziness is okay. Three. Good job. Keep it up. 2. Last one. This one, come up off your shins, squeeze your glutes, arms stay high, feel the lightheadedness if it's there, and even energy. Your hands are not more contracted than your feet. They are both the same, as is your back, as is your head, as is your abs, as is the radiative field around your body. Project yourself. Make yourself a little happier. Inject a little joy into the squeeze, into the hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, good. Come back down, shake it off. Give yourself a little credit. That ain't easy, especially if we give it our full attention and effort. Whew. And some of the more classic yoga postures now. If you're ready, we can enter straight into a forward fold. Okay, head comes down, feet are somewhat symmetrical, right underneath your hips, dropping the chin completely. And rather than being super passive, you're going to imagine pushing the earth away from you, as though you could direct 300 pounds of effort. It's a lot of effort through your legs. When this happens, try to feel your hip flexors and your abs turn on. Okay, so now it's 2 things. You're pushing through the floor, you're squeezing your abs so that your hamstrings can lengthen. And give me 2 deep breaths into your shoulder blades. Try to be direct with it. Inhale, halfway lift. You're keeping that same push through the earth, but now your spine is flat. Your shoulder blades are brought closer together, and you engage your pelvic floor so that you feel, perhaps just imagination, but eventually you'll see it's there's actual energy moving through the crown of your head right now. And the pelvic floor or back of the pelvis engages enough so that you feel a ripple through the tippy top of your head. Give me a deep breath in, maybe include your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to stand. Hands come up with you. Perhaps you hold here. Maybe you grab one arm and direct it to the side. So maybe it's leaning to the left. The purpose here is not a stretch, but rather you're squeezing. You're trying to remain perfect alignment, reaching the hand away, driving through the legs. Switch sides. As though you could feel energy from your pinky down to your ankle. A long line of energy. Relax the face. Be very concentrated. Back to center. Keep your arms where they are. We're going to step into a high lunge. Right leg comes all the way forward. Thigh is working its way towards parallel. Back leg is strong and straight, as though you were trying to drive an arrow through the back heel. Left glute is squeezed. It's all about the foundation. Start there. Squeeze in your toes. And imagine that you have a straw in the center of both of your legs. And that straw can suck up energy through to your pelvis, from your pelvis through the spine to the tops of your fingers. Okay, let it be hard. And then control your breathing. Perhaps it's inhale for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds. And just try your best to sustain the amount of energy that your nervous system is currently holding. Good. Left hand down, right arm up, twisted high lunge. Look up. You can say here, you can also rock and roll your arm around, big sweeps. While you're doing this, give me 3 breaths to offset some of the carbon dioxide that's building up. Try to return your heart rate a little bit slower. Good. Coming down on the back knee, untucking the back toes. We're going to try to actually reach for that back foot. So maybe squeeze your hamstring, your left hamstring. So you're doing a hamstring curl. And you don't have to fully pull. Focus on just flexing your hamstring. It might seize up, at least mine does, kind of this Charlie horse. This is you getting used to more energy in the locations of your body that typically don't hold much energy. Okay, so it's an exercise. Give me 2 deep breaths. We're going to be coming into a half split. This is you folding over and straightening the front right leg, dropping your head down. Similar to the forward fold, we're not getting into the stretch quite yet. Gabriella will help lead you through that. Instead, you're going to energetically try to lift your foot off of the ground, and notice that you're using quite a bit of hip flexor strength. It might not literally lift. That's totally fine. But just squeeze your core. Get yourself really strong and active. Spread your toes. Try to get your foot to be alive in the pose. In every single shape that we enter into, it can be a full body shape. So you can squeeze through your fingers. You have energy through your spine. Good. Coming forward once again. Coming into Warrior 2, back foot to 90 degrees, spinning left behind you. Things are relatively in alignment. Heel to arch. Squeeze your back, perfect posture, puff up your chest. Stay here or maybe alternate through some side angles to reverse warriors. Stretching out the side body, getting strong. And you can make it funky. Check out Gabi or I for inspiration for what else you might be able to do. You can even enter into a triangle pose or a bind. Just 20 seconds to move around, give effort. Good, and we'll enter into a flow to get back to our downward facing dog. You can turn to face the front, place your hands down, plank pose. Maybe pausing here and flaring up the body, squeezing through the whole thing, or very slow chaturanga, holding there. This is elbows bent, core strong, eventually entering upward facing dog. Maybe try to get your knees off the mat this time. Imagine the backside of your body radiating with energy. And then downward facing dog. Stay here for 2 breaths. And make yourself very, very present. Realize where you are. Wipe away your history. Very slowly bring your hands back. We're coming into a passive squat, the back of our mats. If you can't quite get into this, you're up on your toes. Take a second to open and flex and try to keep at least decent posture in your spine. Then maybe we all pause and try to lift our arms up, squeezing the back body. Gaze goes forwards, and you lock eyes, metaphorically, with something at a distance. Stare it down, calm face, feel sensations in the body. This isn't about dropping away, running away from anything. It's going deeper into yourself, not being afraid of what you feel. Give me 1 deep breath and hold. As slow as you possibly can, you can let that breath go. As slow as you can, dig in your toes. We're going to come all the way up to standing. Try to push evenly through both legs. Challenge yourself. Feel the burn. Good. Now shake it off. Maybe it's 5 of those bellows breaths, right? Reset, reset, reset. We can laugh at ourselves a little bit. Say, damn, I'm taking this practice seriously. It's that constant balance. Serious, not serious. Serious, not serious. Okay, situate yourself in the back of the mat. Arms lift. Left leg comes forward, high lunge. Remember front thigh is getting towards parallel. Both feet are active. Back leg is straight. Glute is on. And all of this so that you can drag energy up through your spine to the tippy tops of your fingertips. And you stay here. You embrace what's present. You don't let your mind waver. Perhaps, again, it's the inhale 4, exhale 4. Nice job. Right hand down, left arm up. Twisted high lunge. Maybe it's staying here. Maybe it's rolling around the shoulder for some relief in the shoulder capsule. Wait, a little bit more of the yang styles. Really give this effort. Engage your toes still. Flood your system with more prana, more life. Good. Back knee down. Untuck the toe. Once again, we'll squeeze our hamstring. Don't get it to actually seize up. If that's the case, then back out a little bit. Just enough energy. This principle is how we change our bodies over time. Just get to the edge of discomfort, edge of challenge. Squeeze it and then back off. Squeeze it, back off. Really nice work. Half split. Drop your chin fully. And yes, you'll feel sensations in the hamstrings, but that's not the emphasis. Instead, energize your foot, all the intricate muscles, many, many of them in there. Spread the toes and then try to lift the leg, perhaps invisibly, just energetically, off the ground. Two deep breaths to keep yourself here. One more, try to lift. Engage, squeeze. Yes, well done. Okay, moving forward, entering into Warrior 2. Steady, steady, steady. Strong back, perfect posture, looking over the front fingertips. And try to enter the attitude of invincibility, or as though you could do anything. Staring challenge in the face, smiling at it, bringing it on. And you can begin to make this your own. 30 seconds to go side to side, maybe binds, something you did the last time, something new. Positive thinking, or no thoughts at all. Yes, steadying out. And we'll take our final flow before handing the baton over to Gabi. So turning forward, coming into plank pose. Taking a second to give everything you got. Maybe imagine dragging the wrists back in space and toes forward while simultaneously squeezing your glutes. If I were there with you, I would be able to push against your body and you would not move. That's how sturdy you are. For 10. 5. Yes, nice. Take your flow. We'll meet in child pose. Child's pose is big toes touch, knees apart, forehead squarely on your mat. Recover your breathing. And I'm going to hand the microphone off to Gabriella. Thank you for practicing with me.
Hello, everyone. So now we're going to be shifting to a different energy, a softer energy, to allow for really deep stretching. So this is going to be a shift in our breathing pattern, still in your child's pose, connecting with your breath and starting to exhale for longer than your inhale. You can exhale from your mouth if that feels more comfortable, or from your nose. We're just going to be here for a few more breaths, signaling to your body that we are moving into a deeper, more restorative practice now. Taking one final breath. Exhale longer than the inhale. And with your next inhale, slowly rise up into all fours, into a tabletop position. And from here, we're going to bring our right knee under our right palm, and we're going to be finding our pigeon pose. So you can use your left toes to walk and extend your left leg long behind you. With your hands by your side, first take a deep inhale, opening the chest to the sky, and holding here for a few breaths with your heart open to the sky. Relaxing your shoulders, giving space between your ears and your shoulders, and staying with long breaths into your lower belly as you feel your heart open to the sky. And with your next exhale, you're going to drop your forehead down to the ground, and maybe you bring a block or a pillow underneath your forehead and have your hands extended out in front of you. You can also bring a block or cushion underneath your right glutes to support you, and then allow your body to relax into this pose. You can help your body do this by sending your breath to the areas that might feel tense, and then exhaling, imagining the tension is releasing from that part of your body. Deep inhales, long exhales, activating your parasympathetic nervous system. It is safe to let go. It is safe to feel. One more breath here. And with your next inhale, you're going to use your hands to walk up, bringing your spine straight. And you can kick your left heel towards your back. And maybe you can even bring your left hand to grab a hold of your back foot. Maybe you hold here, or you can go further, bringing the foot into the crease of your elbow. And maybe you can even bring your arm up and your hands to connect behind your back in this mermaid pose. And really focusing here, wherever you are, to open your heart, to open your chest. And you can visualize that you are breathing in and out of your heart. As you inhale, a white light fills your chest. And as you exhale, that white light radiates out to the space that you're in. Your love radiates out. The love that you feel radiates out to your environment. When you bring your awareness to radiating that love, it becomes even more powerful, even more potent. Exhale, releasing the leg, releasing the arms back down. And bringing your right knee back into a tabletop position. And you can gently rock your hips side to side, releasing the low back. And we're going to drop into a child's pose just for 2 breaths, allowing your hands to walk forward, your glutes onto your heels, forehead on the mat. Continuing your exhales longer than your inhales. Inhale, lifting up into your tabletop as we switch sides, bringing the left knee under the left palm. The closer that you have your left heel to your pelvis, the easier. If you want more challenge, you can try to walk your left foot closer to your right hand and walking the back toes away from you. Inhale, we open the chest up to the sky first, bringing your shoulder blades together. Hands are down by your side, maybe even lifting the chin up as you're continuing this heart-opening energy, this expansive energy. You can continue to focus on breathing in and out of your heart space. One more deep breath, breathing into the low belly, filling up the whole body, expanding the heart. And exhale, releasing the body down to the ground, walking the hands up in front of you, dropping your forehead maybe onto the block or onto the ground. Finding your comfort here and allowing yourself to release as you stay with your breath. We often believe that being strong is about being hard, not feeling, being forceful. But true strength is to be vulnerable. It is to be defenseless. It is to be open-hearted. It is to feel everything and express to people those feelings. This is humanness. This is humility. This is honesty. And this act allows for other people to open their hearts and their expression. So we can ask ourselves, how can I be more defenseless? How can I let down my barriers? Inhale, rising up, walking the hands up. And we're going to make our way to our version of mermaid. Maybe that's just kicking the right heel closer to the glutes or grabbing a hold of the foot, bringing it into our elbow crease. Choosing to come into the hand variation if that feels right for you and your body today. Bringing the chin up towards the sky as our focus is in our hearts. Breathing that white light into the heart space and exhale, radiating that love out. Exhales longer than the inhale. We give more than we receive. We have an abundance to offer. And with your next exhale, you can release your hands down, dropping the leg back, making your way to a tabletop. Once again, shifting the hips from side to side. Maybe making some gentle and slow hip circles. Beautiful. Now we're going to shift to seating, seated on the ground, maybe sitting on a pillow to help elevate your hips as we're going to go into a forward fold. And sitting on a pillow can always help to bring you more forward. So wherever you are, inhaling both arms up above the head. And on the exhale, allowing your belly to go forward towards your thighs. It's not about reaching your feet. It's not about trying to go so far forward. It's about bending from the hips with a straight spine. So wherever you are, however far you can go, focusing on keeping your spine straight and bending from your hips and bringing the belly down towards the thighs before even touching your feet. And if you have a strap, that can also help you to keep the back straight. And you want to keep a little activation actually here in your legs. So lifting your knees and continuing with exhales longer than the inhale. Inhale, your spine lengthens. And exhale, you fall deeper into the stretch. You can imagine that with each inhale, your body is filling with a light that releases tension. It's filling up your whole body. And as you exhale, that light leaves your body, taking with it all of the tension, allowing your body to go deeper into the stretch. You can scan your body, scanning your body where you feel places that are holding on, noticing, and then choosing to relax and let go of the tension that that part is holding. We're going to take 3 more deep breaths here. And with your next inhale, gently rising all the way up, walking your hands up, rolling the shoulders up towards the ears and down, opening the heart. And from here, we're going to bring the left foot to the inside of the right thigh, and you're going to shift your hips to open a little bit to the left. We're going to inhale both arms up to the sky, and on the exhale, we're going to bring the right hand towards the leg, and we're going to stretch the left arm overhead. And maybe you can even get to a point where you can touch your toes, but it's not about that. It's about really opening the left side body, expanding the rib cage with each breath, and trying to even open your chest towards the sky. Staying with exhales long and deep. Inhale, imagine that your rib cage is filling up with this white light, expanding the lungs, and exhale, sinking deeper into the side body stretch. They say the more flexible the body, the more flexible the mind. The more that we can relax into the tension, into the perceived uncomforts, when we can relax in these points in the physical body, we can also learn to relax, be calm, be centered when we're in tense or uncomfortable situations in our life. With your next inhale, rising up, both arms come up. And exhale, hands down through heart center. Turning your chest forward as we extend the left leg long. And then we bring the right foot to the inside of the thigh. Opening up to the side, turning your hips. Inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, dropping the left hand down towards the leg. The right arm extends overhead, trying to reach for your toes, but it's okay if they don't touch. Really focusing on breathing into your rib cage, expanding the chest. And exhale, opening more towards the sky. Heart is trying to open more. White light filling up your body with each inhale. And with each exhale, tension is dripping down from your body into the floor. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. Seeing if you can open your chest a little bit more towards the sky. And inhale, rising up very slowly. Hands come through heart center. And then we turn forward. And we're going to make our way onto our back now. So allowing your spine to relax onto the ground. Your feet are grounded and you can touch the back of your heels with your fingers. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to bring the right ankle onto the left side. We're going to come into a figure 4 position. So maybe you hold here, or maybe you interlace your hands around the back of your left thigh. And you can imagine that you're pushing away from your chest with your right knee and then pulling your left thigh closer to you. So creating this stretch in your right hamstring, flexing the right toes, and you can even rock side to side on your lower back. Staying present with your breath, present with long exhales. Remembering you can exhale out of your mouth. This is a wonderful stretch for the low back. And from here, we're going to wrap the right leg all the way around the left leg. Maybe you can even bring your right toes under your left calf. Shift your hips a little bit over to the right and drop your legs over to the left side onto the ground, maybe even bringing a pillow under your legs. You can cactus your arms out to the side and turn your eyes, your head to face the right palm. You can close your eyes if you feel. Focus on breathing into your spinal column. Breathing white lights in, and with each exhale, releasing, letting go, melting deeper into this pose. Twisting is so important. If you do one thing each day in your practice, it should be involving twists. It's wonderful for our digestion, our intestines, our stomach, our heart. Taking one more deep breath here. Long exhale from the mouth. And with your next inhale, rising up, uncrossing your legs, and now bringing your left ankle on top of the right thigh. Figure 4 on the other side with whichever arm variation feels best for you. Remembering to push away the left knee and bring forward your right thigh. And if you wish, you can rock side to side on the low back. Trusting your body, trusting your body's wisdom and guidance with how it wants to move, what feels good for you. As you stay present with your breath. Feeling the ground supporting your back. Knowing that you are always supported by the earth. And whenever you're ready, you can come into a twist on the other side, bringing the left leg over the right, maybe tucking the left toes under the right calf, gently shifting the hips over to the left side as you drop your knees over to the right, maybe on the ground or to a pillow, cactusing the arms and gazing towards the left side. As you bring your awareness to your spinal column, inhale, filling the spinal column with light, and exhale, that light dripping down, releasing any tension as you melt deeper into this pose. To be defenseless is also to be in full trust. Trust that there is nothing that can harm you, nothing that wants to harm you, that the world is a safe place for you to be open. And when you believe that, when you truly feel defenseless and in trust and in safety, you're actually creating a reality in which that is true. Inhale, lifting both knees up, uncrossing the legs, hugging your shins and bringing your forehead towards your knees as you squeeze your body as hard as you can, squeezing and contracting every muscle in your body, even your face, scrunching your face, taking a deep breath and holding that breath as you contract all of the muscles a little bit longer, squeezing, 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 holding. And on the exhale, releasing the whole body into a Shavasana pose. So having your legs wide, your arms out wide, take up space, and get any props that might help you to be more comfortable in this Shavasana. So maybe a pillow under the knees, and making any adjustments that you need to your body to feel comfortable. And then once you feel comfortable, say to yourself, I will not move anymore for the rest of this Shavasana. So you find that point of stillness. I'm going to guide you through a body scan to help you relax deeper, and then I'll give you a moment of silence to be in this stillness. So bringing your awareness into your toes, sending your breath to your toes, and feeling the toes relax. Then bringing your awareness into both feet, feeling energy moving in the feet. This energy relaxes all of the muscles of the feet. Moving up through the ankles, feeling your shin, your calves, feeling them let go into the ground beneath you. Breathing into your knees, feeling your awareness move into your quads, your thighs, sending your breath down your entire legs as you feel them get heavier, sinking into the ground. Bringing your awareness into your pelvis, your hips, your sacrum. Sending a big breath into this part of your body. With the exhale, allowing them to relax deeper. Bringing your awareness into your belly. Allowing all of your internal organs to relax with each breath. Bringing your awareness into your chest, your shoulders, moving this awareness down your arms, into your hands, feeling any sensations in your hands, maybe some tingling, some heat. Bringing your awareness into your spine, your entire back, feeling supported by the earth. This support makes you feel safe, safe to be held, safe to let go and surrender. Feeling your entire head, your face, your neck. Allowing your forehead and eyes to relax, your tongue, your ears, your whole body supported, safe to surrender. I will guide you when it's time to come out of the Shavasana. So just allow yourself to be. starting to deepen your breath, coming back into the space, wiggling the fingers and the toes. In no rush, taking your time, stretching the arms overhead, maybe giving yourself a big yawn like you just woke up. You can turn onto your left or right side into a fetal position, hugging your knees to your chest. And taking a moment to breathe in this intimate pose, your first pose ever in your mother's womb. And when you are ready, you can come up to a seat as we close our practice together. You can bring both hands to heart center into a prayer position. As you breathe into the heart a few times, and say thank you to yourself, thank you to your body, thank you to the space that you're in, for taking the time for this practice. You are benefiting your growth, your health, and you are benefiting all of the people that you encounter in your life. So thank you. Rubbing your palms together and bringing your hands over the eyes. You open the eyes behind the hands, and you can say to yourself, may I see this life with clear eyes, with eyes of gratitude, with eyes of compassion, and with the eyes of a playful child, open and curious, and feeling those words as truth. Then we bring the hands down to heart center, closing the eyes again, and we're going to close this practice with the sound of 3 ohms together. So exhaling all of the air from your lungs, and take a deep breath for Om. Bowing forward, the divinity within me honors the divinity within you. Namaste.
Thank you, my friend, for practicing alongside us. We hope you enjoyed.
If you are curious to check out more about the wonderful course of transformation happening in Portugal, check the link below for the website.
If you have any specific questions about the course itself, feel free to sign up for a free discovery call with the 2 of us. And then if you feel called, if the course feels in alignment, then in order to register, you'll apply online. You'll see the application form. If you get accepted, you'll submit your security deposit, purchase your flight, and see us there.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.